What's happening?
I literally have one slide, just, and then I'm gonna escape out, because everything's like hands on. By the way, think just the way to start.
Reminder that, if you can, songs with you doing stuff like this, if I'm because questions won't show up on your screen that are happening, so I'll just kind of like in there.
Okay, sounds good. You can sit in a chair because it's kind of low.
I mean, I have such a hard time seeing the podium computer sometimes because just the glare on the deal, and I'd rather use my PC.
Yeah. Just make it a little bit lower. I'm gonna keep an eye on time. I'm gonna do like the 3 sections. Oh my gosh, I was in there today, and realized I was gonna show the brand kits, not realizing it's a premium feature.
It's okay.
I'm still gonna show it, just so they can see mine.
Totally do.
They just don't have access to it.
Yeah.
The workaround is like, you could use like a brand board if they want to.
Yeah,
But,
that's
Yeah.
great.
so I'm gonna try to save them. I may have to have a whole hour.
I was gonna like introduce y'all and just like welcome everybody to the start, if that's okay with you guys.
Great.
Are you logged into your account on there or Dr.?
On the computer itself.
On the podium, Afton logged in
Okay.
and then brought up the teams. So we started the Teams thing on this, but she's got my laptop and is sharing the screen from my laptop because she's a PC and has all her Canva stuff in PC. So Andrew said that she can see it
Okay,
and hear.
okay. I have my,
I'm gonna stop sharing for a second so that.
Oh,
should I
okay.
share it from my computer? Like,
No, just where you go out there.
Yeah, we can just stop sharing from this one. Yeah.
Okay.
I just have this up here in case they don't have.
Would you click on stop share?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Alina.
Hi.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay, is this connected to your computer?
This mouse is connected to that, yeah.
Check the reality. This is some different. Hey, Alina, could you say something again?
Hi everyone, I'm so happy to see you tonight. Do you hear me?
Okay, but you can hear us, right, Alina?
Yes, I do hear you.
Okay. We can't hear you. We're connecting a computer to a computer to a computer.
That's what I bet.
Okay,
That's.
so,
I think.
well, here's what we can do. I can, disconnect the PC, right? And then we can reconnect the PC.
Okay.
They won't, I mean, they can send messages during the presentation. I know this is
Oh,
not
wait.
perfect.
Hold on. What about that?
Alina, can you hear us now?
Yes, but it's some echo.
Yeah, it's echo. So usually I keep this all the way down because it needs to go through the podium and not my computer.
Now it's better.
So I turn that off.
She said it's better now.
Is there the echo though?
No, it's fine now. Can you say something again?
Yeah. Can you hear okay, or is there an echo?
Yes. Now it's perfect.
Okay, so there may just be an echo here.
Like, I can,
Twice, 3 times.
I can hear it once.
Okay. Can you handle the echo? Like I'm driving
A
now?
We
little
can also
bit,
turn
yeah.
it back down, like, if that's.
Because do we need to have like our sound? Because I need to be able to hear them. Is that why we have the volume on
Yeah.
there? Okay.
I don't know what changed here when I,
Okay, so
it was the mic. Yeah.
the mic is settings. Is it not showing up?
Settings.
Echo.
Okay.
A lot of echo. Sorry. Okay. Now, let me turn this all the way down. Okay, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay, let me see if I can hear y'all.
it's a little bit echo still.
Oh, man. Okay, hold
Sorry for
on.
bad news.
What if you turn off that light?
This
This
one
one
up
up
here.
here.
Yeah.
Mm,
And then.
Okay.
Okay,
Volume that,
On
on
mine.
mine.
yeah.
No, oops. Wrong thing.
Volume that on.
Okay, Alina, can you say something?
Hi, everyone. So happy to see you tonight. Do you hear me?
On.
Sure do. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but see,
Okay,
that's
but see, that's just
going
going through my computer.
Dang it, I don't have my brain on.
Teams running through here as well.
So we,
Does this make the sound in the room? So instead of having it through here, can you have the sound come through there?
technically it
Technically, it
should,
should.
because of the fact that we're sharing it here. I mean, we're running it here. Wait, are we running?
That doesn't
We're
look
not
like
we didn't join it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that makes no sense then.
So this is running this link, so we can share the screen.
And it still should use the audio of the podium. And I think,
Try.
okay,
Off that.
Okay,
which,
which, on the laptop mic. Where did it go?
okay, all right. All right.
See, this is going through Extron, but it's turned down. Oh, okay, Alina, do you mind saying something?
Hi, everyone. How are you tonight?
Aren't you
Tired of saying that? I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, Extron means it should run through here.
Yeah.
I'm not very creative.
Microphone. Here's the problem though. Microphone is running through here. Paxton, you need to come up here and fix this.
What if we turn off the podium?
See?
Okay.
Now let's see what happens.
Okay, Alina,
try
try
saying
saying something again.
I see Kyle and Ashley joined. Welcome to our meeting today.
Okay, keep talking, keep talking.
Well, we are so happy to see you today. No, echo.
Okay, we hear you, but it's echoing, so hold on. It's here. Okay. Still echoing.
Here, I just turned.
This mic needs,
Honestly, this mic needs to be off and just use that mic.
Right.
But it doesn't let you do that because the speakers need to come out through here.
I know.
So speaker, driver, no working. So let's just go and start.
Yeah, I'll do that. So
Okay.
let's just try to make it work.
Okay. So, okay, so do you need to share
I'm
something?
just gonna do like a little intro real quick.
That's fine. Okay, so, but do you need to share anything from the podium? Yeah, okay.
Looks like we have a lot of online people today.
Oh. You want?
And just share the window, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. It needs permissions to share the screen. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Because I don't think we have the, yeah, we don't have that. Okay,
Okay, perfect.
so can
You want
you,
me to send it real quick?
yeah, if you'll send it, I can share it here.
Do we send it to like your email?
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay, so everybody can hear us talking. We just can't hear you talking. So please hold on just a moment. We're working through this. You're probably going to have to share comments and questions through the chat, which I know is very inconvenient, but hey, we work on the fly. We can make it happen. Okay, so you sent it to my email.
I hear you well, no echo. Do you hear me well? Can you say something, because I don't hear anything right now?
Just present screen.
This one.
Which
The
one?
purple one behind the video.
Oh, sorry, it was in the way. Okay. Y'all can see that.
I don't know. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to our second meeting. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, I
Hope-
can see the screen.
Yes, I think so. All right, so this is going to be our Canva workshop. We are lucky enough to have Dr. Barbie Chambers and Miss Tammy Disharoon come speak with us about how to use Canva to personalize and maximize your brand and also incorporate it in different kinds of business cards or how to use it to professionally network yourself. So I just kind of wanted to introduce our speakers. This is Dr. Barbie Chambers, and I have a little bio here for you guys, kind of pulled from COMC. But I personally have been taught by Dr. Chambers, went during study abroad. I took her business communications class, and we didn't go into Canva necessarily, but we did learn a lot about how to personalize our work using different kinds of our personality tests to really like emphasize who we are in business communications. And then we also have Miss Tammy Disharoon, and that she is at the Rawls College, I believe. And she is a small business owner and a Canva pro, I've heard. So we're very excited to have both of them be teaching us and helping us learn in this workshop today. And we can kind of just go straight into the presentation now.
It's set up. Actually, I've changed with that presentation just slightly.
All right. You hold on, let me get out of this. And then you're back over here. Oh, got it. Okay. And then let me share the screen. I think I'm still sharing. Okay.
Good?
Yep. Okay.
Enjoy. Okay, so.
All right, everybody can see the screen? Okay, perfect. Just minimize this here. Okay, I don't really need to go into presentation mode here because time is of the essence. But I was going to share a little bit today about like personal branding and how you can use Canva. Yes, I'm a big Canva user. Was one of the early adopters, and like I get a notification at the end of the year, like I'm the top 1% print designer with Canva. I have tons of design. So I love Canva. I was really excited to get asked to share. A lot of what I'm sharing today is from Instagram, from YouTube, my experience. So I've just kind of put things together. Hope you learned something new and hope to kind of make the process a little bit easier. So today we're going to spend a little bit of time just doing a little bit of work with visual identity and how we can use brand kits and boards in Canva so that we can use it for all of our designs, whether it's business cards, resumes, letterheads, all of those. We're going to try to take a little bit of time to just create a really quick logo. We're going to, because this is a hands-on workshop, you're not going to really have time to, find your perfect colors and all of those things. So we're just going to kind of go with what's good enough today, just so that you can kind of get the process and then go with that. And then hopefully we'll have time to apply some of that to business cards. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see, is this, oh goodness me, right? Okay, so to start building, I feel like one of the most important things to start with is color, because you can do black and white logos, but I think it's just a good place to start. So we're going to jump in with like the most basic. We're going to start with Google. So maybe you already have an idea of like what colors you want to have, or you have a color palette, but we're just going to pretend like you don't have any sort of colors. And we're going to start with just choosing maybe like one primary color. So think of a color that you might want to incorporate like into your brand. For me, it's turquoise. So kind of think about what that one color could be. Okay. All right. And then we're going to do a very easy Google search. So I'm going to do turquoise because that's my favorite color. So I'm going to search for turquoise hex code. So whatever your color is, just go ahead and type it in. And then it helps if you type hex code, because when you go over to images, you're going to get to see a pretty good variety of colors, and most of them will have the hex code. So let's just take a second to do that.
Something.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
So the hex code is what the color will be based on the screen. Okay, so using web screen, blah, blah, blah. Hex colors are kind of like what we used to use PMS colors for print. So it's just gives you a very specific color through digital.
Yeah. Yeah, on screen. Perfect. So you can search for just one color to start off, or let's say you know that turquoise is your primary color and you want to just look for a color palette that's maybe already out there. So you can search for turquoise color palettes, and maybe you find something there that you want. So I'm going to show you what you can do if you have just a single color. If you find a color palette and you want to stick with that, go for it. But we're going to go back to just one single color. So I'm going to start off with my turquoise color hex code. Okay, so let me scroll through. Something also to consider is you want to think about what color text is going to be paired with it. So if you see this example right here, this 40E0D0, you can see that they have black text on top of it. But if you were to choose like a lighter color, like this one right here, white text probably isn't going to look so good. So you want to think about the color contrast that you have, that it's sufficient. So I'm going to start with, let's see, let me just find my color here. I'm going to go with this one because it's right here and it's got the hex code. So there's a couple of things that you can do with this. First, we're going to go to, is it okay if do we need to keep this one open? Can I just reuse this? Okay, so we're going to build a color palette off of just that one color. So we're going to go to a website called Coolors. So it's spelled cool and then ORS.co. Do any of y'all know about this site? Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. It has a lot of stuff in it, and we'll accept cookies because I don't have time to tell it what I want it to do. Sorry, it's your computer.
I probably had to.
Okay, so this website right here, you don't have to sign in. If you want to save your colors, you can, but we're just going to go to this blue button right here and click Start Generator. It's going to go ahead and give us just a random code to begin with and tell us like, ooh, colors are going to flash, so be careful. We don't need the tutorial. Wow, they were not kidding. It's really flashy now. But it generates color palettes automatically. So if you just wanted to look through these, you would just press the space bar and it would sit there and just give you color palettes all day. But I know that I like my turquoise color. Ooh, I kind of like this one too. But let's say I've got that one color that I want to go with. How can I move this? Okay, so this color for me is, oh my gosh, I have to remember this, 40E0D0.
40E0.
So I'm going to go to this first position right here and just click on that. and then I'm going to put that number in. And what was that?
40 E0 D0.
40. I got 40. E0.
Oh, E0 D0.
D0. Okay, so I know for sure I want that color. And if you hover your mouse up above it, you see that little lock right there? You're going to go ahead and click on the lock to lock that one in place. I want to use that color for sure. Okay, y'all with me right now? Am I good to keep going? Okay, perfect. Now, if I start pressing the space bar, ooh, that one's pretty. It's going to give me just a bunch of different color palettes that are based off of that one color. Let's say, you know, I don't know for a brand if I'd want to have like 5 colors. So let's say I want to eliminate some of these. I would just go to the color that I want to eliminate, go up to the top and just remove that. I don't really need that either. But let's say I like this color as well. So I'm going to lock it and then I can sit there and just keep, oh, I like that combination. I'm going to keep that combination. So let's say I want to bring this one over here. I want to see what that looks like with the turquoise. Again, I'm hovering over. I'm just going to drag that handle. And then maybe I like this 2 color combination. So that's one way that you can start building a color palette. The second way that I've started, do we have any questions so far back there on Teams? Yep. Okay, perfect. All right, the second way, I'm an instructional designer, so I really like using AI. So I've been experimenting with this. I'm going to go ahead, I'm still keeping my color palette over here, but I'm going to go ahead and open up Google Gemini. Google Gemini is my preferred AI, first of all, because I am a Gemini, but also because it's the only AI that harnesses the power of the Google search engine, whereas like ChatGPT, I think it's only current up through September 23rd. So I just like to use Gemini. But let's say I only have that one color, but I want to build a color palette. So I'm going to ask AI to build me the color palette. So I'm going to start off. Hi, Gemini. Always be nice, just in case, just in case the machines rise up against us in our lifetime. So always nice to it. Hi, Gemini. I am building a color, or some can't type in front of color palette for my.
And you can use any AI.
Mhm.
She's just using this one. So if you've got ChatGPT or Claude or Copilot or any of them.
Yeah, any of these will work. I just happen to be using this one. So I'm saying I want to build a color palette for my personal brand. I want it to be focused on color number. What was that number again?
It's 40 E0 D0.
0. Okay. And then I want to give it a little bit more information. Like I want my color palette to be fun and energetic, but professional. And then I'm going to ask it, please give me the hex codes for a color palette and tell me what the best use of each color will be. Okay, let's see what it does. Oh no, okay, so here's what it likes to do sometimes. It's like to create its own little image. Let's see what it's going to do.
Oh.
Sure, here's a color palette.
Oh, there you go.
So you can, the Imagine 3 update that just happened like maybe like a week or 2 ago, it's been kind of doing some different things that I don't expect, but I still have the color palette down here. I like how it's, you know, it's giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. Tells me kind of, you know, there's a lot of theory behind colors. But this one doesn't in particular show exactly like the best. Oh, this one down here, it shows it could be used best for backgrounds. This one's good for text and for creating balance. This one's good for highlight. Oh, and then it even gets better. It goes down here, and now we've got the best use of each one. Well, this is good for buttons, headings, elements. These are good for accents, background. So I found this was like really powerful. And so what I could do, and I'm not going to do this just for time, but I could take, if I want to see what this looks like, I could take each of these hex codes, then go back to coolers, and then put it in to see what it looks like, because I really don't have a really good idea on that right now. So I wanted to give you guys just maybe a few minutes to maybe create like a little small color palette. You can play with AI or you can do coolers, and then we'll use those in the next step. So just want to give you a few minutes to do that.
Is everybody good? Okay. Any online questions?
What would you say is like a reasonable number of colors for a palette?
For a logo, I would say like if it's like personal branding, I would choose maybe like 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe like a,
Love colors.
I mean, it depends. I think it'd probably also depend like on what field you're going into,
Okay.
you know? So like
Yeah.
I was applying for like an instructional designer position, so I could use a little bit more creativity and color.
Okay.
But if I was like, I don't know, an accountant, maybe not so much.
Right.
I don't know.
I think you could get away with 3 or 4. I mean, you could have your standard colors, but then you also have accent colors and things like that that you could keep. The other thing to think about is when you are using this, you have to consider the format you're going to be using it in. Like if you were going to print it in business cards or something, it would be one thing where you could do something really cool with a gradient or a lot of color. But then again, if it's just going to be, or if you needed to print something black and white, you need to make sure it still translates into, you know, that it still makes sense. The other thing is keep in mind that some people are colorblind. And so if you're using it digitally and you decide to make it look like Christmas, red and green probably wouldn't be your best option.
Oh, yeah. So like some these light greens on lighter greens and it's. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely something you'll want to check for. For ADA, we do that a lot in instructional design, which is it being accessible online for those with disabilities. So you could really just do, this is kind of, while y'all are looking, I'll give y'all this extra one. So let's see, I think it's WebAIM. It's one I usually use. Yeah, so if you just search for, oh, where's the color? Let's do this again. WebAIM color contrast. You could actually go and put your 2 colors in here, like whatever your background is going to be, you put that color there and then the foreground, and it will tell you, like, let's say, I don't know. See how it's starting, the words at the bottom are saying it's starting to fail because this isn't sufficient color contrast. So that's a way you can check. We could do a whole workshop on that, but I won't.
She's going to teach a class on it.
Oh, like digital accessibility?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we should.
Yeah, we're at the same thing.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so do we have a couple of colors to work with right now? Do we feel good about that? Okay, great. I do want to show you one more thing in Coolers. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I say it. If, let's say you had like a picture that you really liked, you could actually bring a picture into using the image picker. Sorry, I didn't show you. You go to Tools, Image Picker, and if you put a picture in here, it'll create the color palette for you. Or if you just like want to look for color palettes, you can look here. These aren't my favorite ones here. I usually go to like Pinterest or something. That's usually my favorite ones. Okay, so now we got our colors. I want to show you how we're going to bring them into Canva because that's why we're here. So I don't think I really need this. I'm going to go with what I have here. Something I realized today is that what I wanted to show you, the brand kits, is actually a premium feature. I'm sorry, I didn't realize it, but I want to show you anyway, just in case you eventually want to move to that. So it's over here on the left-hand side navigation where it says brands. And so I've built different brand kits. And what that means is it's a place that I can hold all of my colors in one place, the typefaces that I'm using, logos and things like that. And the reason why that's helpful is when I'm in a design in Canva, I can pull those colors immediately because it's like on a little side panel for me. So that's the benefit of it. It's not required. But you know, I've got like my personal branding stuff. And when I do stuff for other people, I just create a brand kit because it's a little bit faster. I'm going to open this one. This is the one I created for today. And so it gives you a place to put in your colors. Like, let's say I had a new, you know, my new turquoise color, I could put that right there and I could just like keep adding the colors. You can do multiple color palettes. And then you can kind of choose your font. One thing I will say with this, I only put in the title and the subtitle font because when you're actually working in Canva, none of these options show up. I don't know why. They just don't. So, yeah, I wouldn't deal with that. And then once you create your logo, you can pull it in. So it's really helpful. But I do want to show you a workaround in case you're this person. We may not necessarily get to building one today, but let's say you do want a place to hold all of your branding. Let's go up here to the search, and I want you to search for brand board. These are fun. I like these. And so up here, it just has the ones that I've already worked with. But down here, they have all of these brand boards that you can go and put your, you can save your colors in. You can kind of see it all together. It's really like nice, and it's just a good way to see everything. Now, there is a shortcut that can come in place if you do create one of these, and I'll show you that. I'll show you that in a little bit. So do y'all want a second to play in the brand board, or do we want to go ahead and go to the logo? What would be most helpful for you guys?
Where did you search brand board again? Is that how-
So right here at the top, let's see if I'm back on the home page, right here above Droptober.
So the brand boards that are there, they're just community ones?
There's
You can make your own?
they're templates.
They're just templates?
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
okay, gotcha.
templates. So like, let's say I
Gotcha.
like, this one's really fun. Oh, let's go like this one. It's got circles. You would just click customize,
Okay.
and then it creates your own copy, and then you can edit it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I made one for, this is the brand board. I'll just open this one really quickly. I don't like how now you have to like double click into it. It's not better. It's worse. But here, this is where I created a color palette earlier. I didn't do anything except for change out the colors and my name, but if you choose some fonts, you can put those there. And it's just kind of fun, not required, but it's just another way to keep all of your stuff together, instead of maybe having like a sticky note that has all of your hex codes on it or whatever. Okay, so I did want
to do one of these for Texas Tech.
I'm gonna go on.
The red. Why did the red change?
Because the old color was not digitally accessible.
I know, but this one's not either.
With white? What, with black?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that's true.
it's really bright. Okay, we're not
very
gonna,
It's cartoony.
yeah, this is,
I didn't say that.
I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, so that's the brand board. Do y'all want to play with that for a second, or do y'all want to go into the logo? What would be most helpful? The brand board is just kind of like an extra thing that you can do later. So let's go into the practical stuff with the logo, because we do have our colors palettes that you've either generated from Coolers or you found one on Google. So we're going to go up to the top and we're going to start a new logo. So I would search for personal logo. I noticed that they do a better job of giving you names and things like that instead of product logo. So I'm going to search for product logo. And let's see what that gives me. It shows my stuff. Why is that a logo? So then down here, it's got 20,000 templates. So you've got plenty to choose from. It doesn't have to be exactly what you want, but just to kind of give you, like, it gives you an idea of what you might want to create a little logo for. And where might you use that logo? Like on your business card, like let's say you've got on one half your contact information, and then just something, just like a little, something to remember you by. So why don't we take a second and just find a template that you want to work with. Look at the crown. Look at all the crowns here. Look at that. I'm gonna work with just like simple.
And keep in mind that doing this means that you're creating a personal brand or a professional brand for yourself, and will help you stand out and differentiate yourself from everybody else. And so, because everyone else may have the same job or same experience, the same, major, the same GPA. And so this is just something that can maybe help you stand out a little bit more.
And if you're somebody that's like struggling to find one, I'm going to show you once we get into the logo, how you can still look at other ones to give you some options to play with, because I like options.
Might have an idea of like templates they already have.
Mhm.
Would you like recommend for someone to maybe create their own, like customized, like type of logo or like from scratch? Or do you think it's just acceptable, like to use a template that maybe like someone could pick up on, like they could recognize where you got it from?
Well, I would change it enough to where like I would not use, the same colors as this, and I'd probably change the typeface. So I would want to change it enough to where it doesn't look the same. I will say usually when I start with a template, it is almost unrecognizable by the time I get done with it. Like there's like one thing about it that I like, and then that's why I choose it. But yeah, I would try to differentiate it a little bit more. Yeah. So, and once you find your logo, you're just going to click customize this template, and I'll wait for you guys to all get there once you found the logo to work with.
Y'all finding some good stuff?
Way too many options.
Right? Yeah, I feel bad for those, like, whichever one is like number 20,000 on the list. No one's ever
Did they do SEO?
you know, something that's interesting, like people can like actually submit and like pay to have their Canva
Remember.
templates. Yeah, I thought about doing that for a while, but like there's so many.
Yeah.
It's like I just want to do it for myself.
Are online folks okay?
I think so.
Okay.
I think they're typing because they're very quiet. I'm asking a question.
Oh, look, they're right there. I can see them now on the podium.
It gets very confusing.
Yeah, it's like bringing back memories of Zoom teaching in person and online for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Teaching band.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I had like 3 different Zooms. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, but it worked out. Have y'all found something to work with? Again, it may not be like, your favorite one, but at least to give you the process. So once you click customize, customize this template, now we're in the design area. If you want to up top, you can, right here is where it's got the name. If you wanted to change that just so that you remember later on, I've got tons of these things that just have the template name and then I can't find what I'm looking for, but it's going to show you the logo that you chose. So let's go over here to this button design and click on that. And that's going to kind of pop out this, this editor mode. Now, if you're one of those people that like, oh, I wanted to look at a couple of different logos and I wanted to play with those as well to have options. If you go down to the bottom of the page where it says add page, it'll go ahead and add a new page. And then back over here in this pane right here under templates, because we are a logo, it's going to show you the other logos that are available. So let's say, oh, I want this one too. So I'm going to apply, oh, I just want one page. Yeah, I'm just going to apply one page. And then I want to try some more. So let me go back and just keep looking. Oh, I like this one too. And it will ask you how many pages, you want to apply. Sometimes it will take over the pages that are already there. So I usually just do one at a time, but this will give you a chance to kind of see them all and give you a few options. And if you want to see them side by side, down here at the bottom, this little grid view, if you click on that, then you'll be able to see them all in that view. I find that to be really helpful too. And then if you want to get back to your single page, then you'll go back here. Okay, so let's say we're starting with this logo. All we need to do now is to start plugging in the colors. I do want to show you how the branding kit is helpful here. Over on this left-hand side, I can click on my branding kit, and right here, I can even change between like kits while I'm working, which is really cool. But it has the color palette that I've created here earlier. By the way, this is a pro tip. This little shuffle button is like, oh, we'll put your colors on this logo or whatever. It is just never the result that I want. It's just always something weird. So I just don't even like, I can't even. So I just go back to what that's not bad actually. It's a little bit dark. But if I want to use these colors, I actually need to click on the item. So if I want to change the background color, I know that I have the background selected because it has the purple bounding box around it. And then the little circle that's right there that shows the same color, I'm going to click on that circle, and now it's going to give me a chance to edit the background color. Okay, so it's the background because it's purple box. Clicked on the color, and then over here, I can choose from any colors that are already in the document. Like, see how like I didn't bring black in, but because this logo has black, it went ahead and brought in black as one of the colors. Here's where I can kind of do that shortcut. This is what's kind of fun about Canva. I can actually pull in another project, like another design. If I go over here to projects, by the way, if you want to be changing the background color or the text color or any from that color palette we can create it earlier, you can be working on that while I show you this. But like, let's say I don't have the brand kit, but I did create a brand board. If I go over here to projects, and I search under my projects for my brand board. Let's see. I can actually bring that onto this page now, and hopefully it'll do what I hope it did, which this has all the colors for my brand. If I go back here and I try to edit this again, now see how many more document colors I have? I have all of my brand new colors. So that's kind of like a little shortcut around that. So yeah, so why don't you, so you can change the colors of each letter. You can change the typeface. I showed you how to change the color on the background. So the typeface, you just double click and it's this right here. It's going to show you the font actually. You can search for fonts. You can upload your own fonts. I do that a lot. That's really fun. But yeah, so that's where you would change the font. If you want to change the font color, over here where this little A is, still in this little area, that's actually the color. So you've got the font right there and then the color right there. So yeah, so feel free to like kind of change it. So maybe it's not as identifiable as what you saw a minute ago on the logo. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes to work on something there. Again, it may not be your final product, but you're just trying to get the process down. Oh, boring. I'm doing. Oh yeah, remember this? Did you see? Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, it's
So
stroke or something.
yeah, so what they did, because let's see, because they wanted to show
Oh, the
that
cutout. Yeah,
they
yeah,
did an effect on it.
yeah.
So like
okay.
if I go to that S, the
You
blue,
have to change it to the color of the.
whatever the background
Yeah.
is, if we go to effects and then change that to white. Now that should work.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that. Change that.
Well, I think we have a question here. Kyla, do you want to go ahead and ask a question?
Where would
Yeah.
we find our own fonts to upload?
So you can, I mean, they're all over the internet. You want to look for like personal use fonts, like defonts.com has a lot of personal use fonts.
Google.
Yeah, Google Fonts.
Google
Yeah,
Fonts.
you can actually install Google Fonts into
Yeah.
Canva. Yeah.
I think that, Kayla, are you trying to figure out the process to do it or just to look?
Oh, okay.
Yes, the second part of that is also program or website where we can download and browse different font families. And so I'll just put in the font stuff.
And Google Fonts is really good too for font families. And I use DeFont a lot.
Yeah. You just can't install Adobe Fonts.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it can, in your system,
Canva, you can't.
not in Canva. You can install it in your system, but not in Canva.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. That's good to know.
So I guess that's a question. Can you not upload your font into Canva or?
You can, you could, most every font you can. Adobe works differently because you have to activate the font and it activates in all the Adobe products, and you can install it in your system, but you can't upload it into Canva because there's actually no like download per se, because it all has to go through the Creative Cloud. But any other font, I haven't had any other problems uploading
So,
any font.
True Type fonts.
Yeah.
Or OFTs or.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I like buy them on Etsy, things
Mhm.
like that. Yeah. But Google Fonts is really
You
good.
can also get a lot of free stuff by visiting, signing up for like Creative Market. They'll send you free fonts every week, or I mean, there's a lot of different because they want you to buy fonts from them.
Mhm.
Get a lot of free stuff. There's another one that I'll have to send y'all the link to it, but
There's like a
you
font
get something
bundles
free
one.
every day. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a font bundle, like fontbundle.net or something. Okay, so whenever you have your font completed, you're going to go to share, and then you're going to click the download button. And then if you have several pages, it's important right here where it says select pages to select just that one page. So I'm going to unselect everything, and I'm not going to download this one. Well, I guess I do have to download something. Oh goodness, I would have done a better job. Oh well. I was like, oh, I have the other one downloaded. No, this isn't my computer. Okay, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Yeah. So yeah, so I'll just download that. Am I on the right page? Yeah, current page.
And you're downloading it as a PNG.
As a PNG.
Y'all know what a PNG is? Okay. If you're really wanting to show an image that doesn't have a background, a PNG will allow you to do that. Like a JPEG will put a white background on it, but if you want it to be isolated,
And hopefully, because I noticed the transparent background feature is only on the Pro account, but if it's PNG, I wonder if it would override that. I
yeah,
would think.
maybe so.
You had a question?
I was going to say, if you are doing a PNG for the transparent background, have like white overlays around.
Oh, yeah.
Still gonna show.
Yeah.
That's true.
And are you aware of the background
Yeah.
color to make sure that the actual transparency?
Yeah,
Yeah. So you're talking about like when you download like that little white bit that's right here
Yeah.
on the outside. Yeah.
So
So
if you put it on purple, it's not gonna.
yeah.
yeah, it'll be, yeah. So this may not be the best one to use, but that's important to think what color background it's going to go on as well. Yeah. So if I knew I was going to, maybe this was like pink fonts and I was going to put it on blue, then I would need to ensure that outline was the same color as the background. Yeah. I didn't think about that. That's why I'm going to do a white background on my business card to be safe because of that. Okay. So the only annoying thing is like you have to download like the logo. You can't just like seamlessly put it in a brand kit. You always have to download it. So are we at the point now where we've downloaded a logo, something to work with? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got that. Let's go back to Canva Home. And then here, guess what we're going to search for next? Business card template. And then you're just going to search and find something that maybe vibes with you or something that's close enough that you would want to edit. And find it.
Can you search business card template, like customize a search to find portrait instead of landscape or two color, or is there an
I don't know.
advanced search?
I don't
know.
I don't know. Let's just try two color. Okay, see some of my other just there. Ooh, that got weird. Okay, that's not two color. So maybe not yet.
Okay,
Maybe
I was
not
just,
yet.
I was just.
But
curious.
that was a good thing to test out. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just gonna pick, I don't know, this because why not? It's not gonna look anything like this. When you do, I will say I have ordered the business cards through Canva and they're very quick and they're pretty decent. So you don't have to choose an option right now, but for me, it's like it's already here. It's like I kind of compared it. I'm like, no, this is fine. I'll just order them here. So once you find a business card template that's close enough to what you like, you're going to go in and click on customize template like you did with the last one. I'm going to close this. I don't want to buy your stuff yet. And then here, this is where I'm going to upload that logo. So I'm going to move all this out of the way. I'm going to upload the logo that I just downloaded. So to do that, you're going to go over to uploads here on the left-hand side, and then upload files. And I guess that's just in your
Download probably. Yeah,
holy
there's-
cannoli.
Yeah, just avert your eyes. Avert your eyes with all the drives and folders and
It's fine.
hoarding tendencies.
So it's going to populate over here. What's cool is they will just stay, which is very helpful. You can see I do obviously have a t-shirt business. So I like keeping them all right there. If it does, there's not really a great way to organize it, I'll be honest, but it does stay right there. So it's really helpful. So once you've brought that logo in, then you can just kind of start editing the other items. I don't need that name. I'm glad I did white. Oh, also, if you want to do a quick crop, if you double click on an item, then it goes into crop mode. I don't need all that white space. So I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller.
Now, is this where does it automatically keep proportions if you click and drag the corners? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like on Adobe where you
Moving
have to
shift,
yeah. So that is kind of a little bit nicer. Oh, and then anytime you don't want something, you can click delete, but I like to just throw it off the map. And it deletes it that way. And then maybe I'll bring in one of my other colors. I'm gonna go to my brand character. I'm gonna cheat. Let's see. I don't know. Let's do pink or something. Oh well, all of this is pink, but I don't want any of these. Oh, these are all grouped. So individually, yeah. So this is just your time to play around and, you know, create your business card. If y'all have any like business card information you would like to share.
So what do y'all think about business cards? I mean, do you feel like you would use one at a job fair? When I was at a conference, and of course I have business cards, but they were using something called Blink. Has anybody heard of that? Yeah, yeah. So basically it's a digital business card. So, you know, you would just they would just show is a QR code. I can't remember.
You could just
Or
tap
just
it to
tap
your
your-
phone,
you
but
tap
they
your
have a
phone.
QR code on it as well.
Yeah, and then it would pull in that contact into your phone. So a lot of people now are doing that. In fact, I talked to somebody from Texas A&M, and they only buy business cards for their recruiters. So other people, they are using Blink now, but I think don't you have to pay for it?
The people I work for gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure, but I'm sure you have
Yeah.
to pay something at least to get it.
It's BLINQ, I
There-
think.
Oh,
Right.
Blink. Yeah, I've seen Blink. I have a link.
Blink, oh,
So
okay,
that's
okay,
LINQ.
okay.
But it also can like give you like a contact information, so you can instantly like save their contact to your
Yes,
phone too,
yes.
which is really helpful.
And then you can share it back to them. Yeah.
Online question?
Oh, we have-
Uses a dot card.
I've heard of Dot too.
A dot card.
Dot card.
Same concept.
Do you have a link or something you can share with us so that we can have an idea of what you're talking about?
Do these like online softwares, are you able to show like a branding logo on it like a business card would, or is it just strictly like contact?
I think you can like put an avatar,
Yeah, I think
create your own
Let
avatar
me see.
on it. So that would be a great place to use this, you know? And then it would be your picture, contact picture.
So something else I did want to show you that I've used before, if it'll log me in, is the link tree. So have y'all used Linktree before? Like they're like really popular, especially like on Instagram for like a long time. Oh, I guess my Linktree is live. Let's see. This looks different than it did the other day. But the way the Linktree works is, I guess for the image, I could put my logo here. Let's see. So the way the Linktree works is it's one link, but you can link to multiple places. So like, let's say you wanted to link to your LinkedIn profile and you want to link to your website and you wanted to give them your contact information all in one place. So you can put it in a Linktree and then you can take that link, create a QR code and put that on your business card. And so then they have multiple ways of getting a hold of you. I did that before. Obviously, I have not been in here a while because oh, design with, oh, look at this.
Oh, now
Design with
that's cool.
Design your own profile image with Canva. Oh, it's very meta. So yeah, that looks like an option, or maybe you can put your logo there. So I did want to share that option. Because yeah, like let's say,
Does Linktree cost money?
no,
Yeah, okay.
no, I used it also like whenever I was a instructional technologist. So I put it in my email signature. It was really helpful because
Yeah.
like sometimes people needed to sign up like for my Calendly, or they needed to put in a help desk ticket, or I needed to send them to wherever. And I just put that one link there, and then it went to the Linktree. And the feedback that I got from the teachers, they were glad it was in one place instead of like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't know how many links you can. I think I ran into
I have
the issue
a
of.
ton of links on like for IABC, we have a link tree and you can like turn them on and off too. So like you can keep them in the link tree if you ever want to keep
Okay.
it, like reuse it, but you
Oh,
can
okay.
turn them on
Change
and
what
off
you
when
do.
you're
Oh,
done.
okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't told me I've hit any limits yet. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. So that's an option. So once you do that, I wonder if I could just like create a quick, if it'll give me the QR code. Well, let's just pretend I'm going to use this website to create a QR code. If you're in, they moved this. This used to be a lot easier. Like in Chrome, where you used to be able to like automatically create a QR code, it's a lot more difficult.
Oh.
So now you have to go to like
I don't
share.
use like a out a third party one, so I didn't even know you could do it through.
Oh, yeah, it used to be
Chrome.
really convenient. It was right here next to the star button. But now if you're in Chrome, you have to go to the three dots. I'm getting an error probably because I'm something about signing in. And then you go down to cast, save, and share. And then you go down to this option right here, create QR code. And then you could just copy that and then put that on the back of your business card, hopefully. Yes, allow. Like that. And it always has a dinosaur in it. And people are like, oh, I like your dinosaur. It's like, I can't do anything. It's Google Chrome. Oh, yes, sure. Yeah. So over here, if you're in Chrome, you should have three dots. Hopefully it doesn't say error like mine does, but you click on the three dots and then you go down to cast, save, and share. And then it's over here on that menu under share. It's the very last option, create QR code.
So you can just do that on like your LinkedIn page.
Yeah, you could do it like, yeah, you can do it on all sorts of, web pages. Yeah,
That's
I love that feature. I wish it was more convenient like it used to be, but
I wonder why they moved it.
I don't know. It's very minimalist up here.
If you right click, did you try just right clicking in the page?
Right click on, like on,
Go into your page that you're looking to share.
so this,
Yeah, if you, maybe not, but if you right click
on the web address.
in the actual page.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yes, love it. I love learning new stuff. That is so much easier. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. So right click on the page. Don't do all of that other nonsense. Yeah. That is great.
Well, if you're just gonna go to the appearance if they do that.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, great tip there. Yeah, so just right click on the page to create the QR code. All right, so we're about done with, we're in a good spot with the business card, and then you could choose to like, I mean, whatever you choose to do with it. Right now, I'm trying, like my dilemma is, okay, I have a lot of friends that are, remote. It's like, how do I share my business stuff? Because like they buy stuff in my shop and they want to, people are like, oh, where'd you get that t-shirt? And they want to share. So it's like, how can I give them something that they can show other people? So like right now, I'm just kind of doing like a lot of brainstorming because I also know that like doing something with like a third party app or something is just going to be way beyond what they want to do. And it's asking a lot. So I was thinking about creating, I'd seen when I was in instructional technology, creating just basically like an image, like the size of my phone, and then having my contact information right there. And then also having a QR code, but also like my actual address for my shop. And then I can send my friend that picture. So if someone's like, oh, where did you get that? They can pull up that picture and their friend can just scan it, or they could just send that picture to the friend, to the other person. Like, obviously you can't scan it if you're on your phone, but that's why you want to have the web address there as well. So they have those two options. So those are kind of some things I'm thinking about right now, how to get that information to them and like with a very light cognitive load. Yeah, so this is not like a super great designed business card, but that's kind of the process. And then you can do the exact same things if you go into resumes, letterhead, so many different things once you have that created and that color palette created.
So when you save this,
I mean, it's already goes.
so can you save it within your brand kit or like on your board? Or so
I think that
everything's together.
you can, there's like a use as a template. I don't use that feature, but let me, give me just a second and mess with it and see.
I was just thinking if all of your documents that you've created are all in the same place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't use, because there is,
Oh, there's a move to a folder, I guess. I guess you could put everything in the same folder.
you can put everything in the same folder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like the organization isn't great, but like when you're on the main page, if you go to folders right here, you can create folders like that. If you do have the brand kit, then you have this option over here to create brand templates, which I don't really use just because they're not.
This can be the same for you every time. I mean, like you wouldn't create a brand new one necessarily. Never mind.
Okay.
It made sense in my head.
Like I did it like once for like invoices, and it's like, well, it's like I'm just gonna, I guess it would be convenient for it to be there and click on it, that way I'm just changing out whoever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's not there anymore. I did like literally one. But yeah, that's kind of the, how you can, create your, find a quick color palette, and then just use that over and over again to edit within Canva. Is there anything like, oh, question?
What are some like things we should include on like a business card? Like obviously it has on here like your number, your email, and your address. Is that it?
I mean, would you want to, I don't know, let me see what I have, like maybe your LinkedIn?
Make sure if you share your LinkedIn, make sure you customize the link, so it's not just
All the
847
numbers
blah
and
blah blah. Yeah, so make sure you customize it so that would be easier for somebody to find you. Definitely be real careful about putting address information. I would not put
stuff. Don't
address.
put your address.
Well, I would. I mean, it depends.
So maybe your city, but I
Yeah.
think that also can limit you in terms of like if you're seeking jobs and you're open to things, don't put on your resume like where you are right now, so that way you can
Yeah.
kind of leave it open because they might disregard you.
Yeah, because they may say, I'm not paying for them to move. That
Mhm.
happened to me. But yeah, definitely cell phone, email address. Remember when you leave tech, you have your email address for like 6 months or something like that. So make sure you have a professional one that if it's a Gmail or whatever. The other thing is don't put a picture on anything because that definitely could lead to discrimination. Okay. Some other things are, okay, so like she's got,
This is when I was an instructional technologist, and like we were kind of like in that industry kind of expected to do like what was Twitter at that time, X. So I mean, I think of business cards like I need to know how to get a hold of you. Like I don't need to know everything about you, but you can call me, email me. That tiny URL probably went to my old website, and then yeah, the X. So I would not put my address. I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah, just like
So you mentioned LinkedIn, but then you also showed like one of those. Should we have the link and the QR code or like just a QR code?
I mean,
The same information.
if it's the same information, well,
I put both.
Both. just
Mainly
those?
because if they're checking on their phone, then they would need to have that link, right? Or I mean, at least know where to go because they wouldn't be able to. That's the one thing that's always driving me crazy about Venmo is that people are like, you can't just click if it's on here. You can't use it on your phone QR codes. Does that make sense?
it's like you
You have to like take a picture.
well, no, there's like options like show
Okay,
your
and see,
QR
people
code.
haven't done that.
Oh,
to me.
okay.
So
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Like there's a button that says like you switch it over to
Yeah.
show the QR
And I'm
code.
just like, that makes no sense. I'm using my phone. I can't access the QR code.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no,
that makes
drives me
sense.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So that is something that's I think very important to like realize like how is it going to be shared with somebody? Like
Yeah.
I was really yeah. I've had that experience where I'm like looking at something on Facebook and the only way you can get there was the QR code. And it's like, I'm only on my phone. Sorry, that's how old I am, Facebook. But it's like, I'm already on my phone. Like, how do I get,
Yeah.
it's like, why didn't you put the link there? That makes me crazy.
The other thing is make sure that you also have a resume that's ATS compliant. Okay, so if you're uploading it to Indeed or LinkedIn or whatever, and you're applying for jobs, it will automatically, basically it uses AI to read through. Oh, go ahead.
Can you explain what ATS?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Applicant tracking system. So we've got these people that are, or these companies that get thousands of emails or thousands of resumes. So basically, when you upload your resume to one of these big companies or to a party like LinkedIn or Indeed, it runs it through an AI program looking for keywords that maybe fit around the job. But the problem with it is if you have a pretty fancy something, it doesn't read that. Okay, so it is very specific. It reads left to right. And so if you've got a lot of columns and tables and all kinds of stuff, then it reads across and it gets stuck. And so if it can't read it, then it may spit it out. So you may not even be considered. So have a digital applicant tracking system, and I can share that information with you. You can use University Career Center to run it through something called Quincia, and then you can test it to see how applicant tracking system it is, appropriate it is. Sometimes I don't really like it all, but at least it gives you sort of an idea. And then what you could do is if you go to like a a job interview or a career fair, then you can have your pretty creative, because I mean, for most of the jobs y'all are going to be applying for, showing some unique personality is important. So you could have, if you're sending it directly to somebody, so if somebody says, hey, send me your resume, you can definitely send them that one. Okay. But have one that is ATS compliant. And so I'll share info about that. I can put that together.
I made that mistake. Well, not that exact mistake, but with my resume, I was like, oh, I'm instructional design. I'm going to have like a really cute one that I made in Canva that I'm not going to show you guys. It is cute, but it is not ADA accessible because I don't think in Canva you can like how in PowerPoint you can choose like the reading order and like I guess maybe if I exported it with Adobe, actually I can because you could do the order. But anyway, I didn't know anything about that. And so like I look back, I'm like, oh my gosh, my resume was not accessible. I still got the job, but but it wasn't because of an accessible resume. So yeah, so that's about all that I had to show you guys. Does this kind of give you a better idea of like how to start and to like the process, kind of get into things? I know we didn't make like your super final version today, but just give you some ideas. You know, because like we live in the information age, there's like way too much information out there. So you have to kind of dig through it to find what works. And that's kind of what I've done. So
Anybody have any questions?
any other questions online?
That was amazing.
I hope it was helpful.
Learned so much.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Thank you.
I was like, this is gonna be too basic. Okay.
It's perfect.
Awesome. Great. Well, I was really glad to be able to come over here and show Canva because I love Canva. So.
Okay, I do have a quick question though.
Mhm.
So can you export PDFs? Can you export so all different types of files? What's the
Yeah, let me just pull up, that's a, let me find something, anything. Okay, we'll go with this just because, it's presentable. So yeah, if I want to download, I can do JPEGs, PNG. I would say like if I'm going to print, like even if something is like an image like this and I'm going to print it, I always choose PDF print because it's 300 DPI and it's going to be usually a better quality. If you can do SVG and things like that. But yeah, you pretty much have all the options. Some like the SVG one is I guess premium only, or yeah.
Should we be like mindful of like the borders and the bleed lines when making
Like the
business
margins and
cards?
stuff like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Usually well, and I don't know how Canva is, but they'll usually tell you they can show you where the bleed lines are. And basically what a bleed line is like, let's say you wanted to print that picture and you wanted it to cover the entire page, right? And so there's not a margin around it. Then basically what you have to do is you have to make it a little bit bigger, so when it prints out and they cut it, it will actually cut it in the right place. And not leave you with random white space. So I know that may sound confusing, but you have margins, and then outside the margins and the edge of the paper is where the bleed lines go.
Yeah, like I have a poster set that I designed. It's a digital download and I've got the bleed lines on because it's a lot of white space and they don't know where to, especially if they're using like a large format printer, they need to know exactly where to cut it so it is the right shape. Oh, any other questions?
Are there any online?
No question coming in. I know we're a little over time, so.
Okay.
I was happy.
But me or her? You looking at me or her?
Looking at both of you, you guys are cross.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Do you need to get back up here to?
Oh, yeah.
Insightful.
I'll let y'all.
And if you have any questions, I'm sure Tammy wouldn't mind an email, or we could direct the emails to me and I could share it, or to any of your leadership team. That would be fine.
My email's literally tammydisharoon@gmail, tammydisharoon@yahoo. I'm all of them. So, but Gmail's probably my best one.
Is it possible to just end with the sharing of that PowerPoint I started with real quick through your computer since it wasn't pulling up?
Yours? Oh, yep.
Do you mind?
No, that's fine. Hold on just a second. Let me find it again.
We just have a few things real quick for you guys and log off.
You want me to share it through Teams chat? Okay.
That's where it saves stuff is PDF, right?
If you're gonna print it, yeah, or if it's like a document.
Even if it's document.
Cause I saved it. Yeah, because it's like the best quality.
Perfect.
You do this? No, I did PDF, the other one. Standard, I would do the print. Okay, print that, that's, yeah, because I always go for the highest quality one, no matter what I'm doing. Always PNG or PDF.
Okay, all right, guys. So before we go, we wanted to ask you guys what you were thinking about if IBC had some merch and if that would be important to you guys, especially when it comes to dues. So it's basically just a quick survey asking if you'd be interested in merch, how much you'd be willing to pay, or what type of merch like you would like t-shirts, water bottles, stickers, that kind of thing. And that way we can kind of finalize our discussion on dues and really get you guys the swag and IBC rep that I'm sure you guys are all begging for. So,
I
but
have
once you guys
posted
fill that
just
out,
link. Yeah,
Alina,
I
I
have
don't
just
think we can
posted
hear
link.
you. Still,
Uh,
sorry.
I just
Oh,
posted
wait,
the
hold on.
link in the chat.
I think we can do that. Hold on just a second.
Oh, it's fine.
I could try. I'm gonna try to unplug. Oh, actually, let me just go back to here. Okay. Okay, Alina, you might try to say something.
Yeah, I just posted the link for this Google form for what just Isabel said. So the link for online participants is in chat.
Okay, perfect.
Look at that.
Thank you so much.
Technology.
And then before we go,
Oh, I
where's
unplugged
everything?
mine. I unplugged mine,
unplugged
but
it?
yeah,
Is it?
but here. Here. And then, hold on. Is it? Look at that. Fancy.
Did it work?
No, we're still seeing merch photo.
It's okay.
Oh, hold on. Watch this, people. I'm just telling you. Oh, wait,
I think you're still
I'm
sharing.
sharing, yeah. Okay. And making sure on Teams where, oops, not that one. Share. Share. Screen.
Remember
Oh, we couldn't do that.
It's okay. I was just gonna say the next meeting is gonna be November 19th. At 6:30 in the same room. So I just wanted to let you guys know, but we will also be posting on socials and in the group me. But if we don't have any other questions, if you guys wouldn't mind turning on your cameras for a quick group picture, and then we'll let you go. And then if everybody wants to come up here real quick and take a quick picture for the Instagram.
Here, it's
Um,
bigger so people can see it.
I was gonna say we can put them in the
Oh, wait, let me do the movie.
little seats.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
I do too. Come together mode. What should we do?
We can do the auditorium maybe.
Oops.
Yeah, perfect. Yay.
That's so fun. Oh, it
It's
changed.
changing.
Okay. Yeah, Paxton. You better say that. I'll pay you later. I'm just joking. That's not. Why is this not? The other mode.
Here, maybe I found some.
Please get in and do this.
Okay, well, that's not the best
I
one.
do not want to take the photo. I don't not want to be in photos.
Huh?
I don't want to be in the photo.
Do you mean-
Oh,
No.
yeah, okay.
I don't know how this is,
Oh, okay, yeah.
it's like I'm in the woods.
Okay.
Can you see everybody?
All right.
Obviously, I'm in the front.
Say IABC. I love the way that you all do not know how to center under. This way. Good job.
Are we doing a guns up?
I'm just taking like 112.
Oh.
Just figure out.
Can you take, we weren't ready yet.
You have to do, you have to count.
Down.
We must count. I do candidates. You're in comms, you can't count. All right. Beautiful. Thank you. Are you okay for the English department? I'm like, we don't matter.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you. Again, thank you, everyone. Big shout out.
Bye.
Thank you. It
Thank you
was
so
great seeing
much.
you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Together.